Hey guys, my name is Andrew Swihart, and I'm here to talk to you about the indie game that I'm making with a good friend of mine, Stephen O'Donnell, over at Turn the Game On. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So something I really wanted to have in our little indie game that we're only going to spend 3 months working on was some cinematics. And the thing is, cinematics are a huge amount of work. Massive amount of work. So the question was, and I had to answer for myself, how do I make a cinematic 3.5 minutes long in a week and a half? Doesn't seem possible from start to finish. But let me go ahead and show you what I did and how I did it. So inside of Unity, the first thing that you're going to need when you're going to make a cinematic is you're going to need some characters. So our characters here, we have our male character right there, and then we also have our female character right here. And I made sure that I got characters that were already rigged, and we took these from Character Creator 3 and dressed them up with some assets that were purchased from the store. The next thing that we need is we need an environment. So we quickly built out this environment using a plugin called Gaia. And we also used another plugin for the trees. I believe it's called Nature Creator. What was it called? It was really good. And I can't remember the name offhand. But basically what you do is you create areas or maps on the ground, and then it fills them in with the types of trees randomly or to some parameters that you specify. Then also we wanted them to come into this area here, this laboratory. So they like start in the woods and make their way into this laboratory where they go underground. And so we were able to quickly build out an environment. This environment honestly took about, I think, a day and a half to create, maybe not even that long, using these tools. And we found some other assets from other packs and made a few custom assets like this right here that they go inside of. So you can actually see that we go all the way inside this area here from the woods. Okay, so now we have our environment and we have our two characters. So how do we animate them and how do we move the camera around? So what's really cool is Unity has this thing, this cinematic tool that I had never used before. This was the very first time, and it is awesome. I highly recommend it. I've actually worked on a lot of films doing previs in the past for many different feature films, and we would use other tools like Maya or 3ds Max. Hands down, I think this is the best. So, and this is my first time using it. So let me show you how it works. So here is basically your little camera slices. Imagine this is like a timeline, like we're inside of Premiere. And so I set out my cameras. You can see each one of these is a different camera that I've set out into my scenes. There's one. Let me turn on my gizmos. This is my cameras. There we go. So they have this funny little, they're called a camera. They have a funny name. What's it called? Cinemachine. That's what it is. Virtual camera. Cinemachine. It's even a great name. I love it. And so each one of these cameras along the timeline corresponds, you can see them popping on and off, to different places that are different cuts, okay? Different shots. And if I get a little bit closer, you can actually see let's go right here. You can actually see our characters moving around between the shots. There we go. Let's turn down the size of these gizmos. I'm whispering because my children are asleep in the other room. So here you can see our character moving around, and see you have like different cameras doing different things. This is like a camera doing a sweep along the ground. We have a dolly cam right here. He's doing a dolly cam. And then this is like a long shot. You can see all the different cameras coming into play. So they really are meant to be set up in little sequence pieces that you then cut together live, like almost like you're running a live film crew, like for a live TV show. So it's all happening live, and so you want to, but you can transport people with wherever you are on the map between takes. It's fine. It's fine, as you can see me doing, because I was trying to get good shots because I was concerned about the quality of the image. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need a bunch of animations, right? So how do we make these characters move and run? Well, there are a lot of animations out there that you can get for free, and there are a lot that you can purchase. One thing I don't like to do, because I don't really consider myself a character animator, is I don't like to create runs. I don't like to create walks. I really just want to take what's already there and alter it just enough so that I can use it. So let me show you how I do that. We use this tool called Animation, called UMotion. And this is the animation edition. I don't know what that means, but it's UMotion. And so I can take an existing clip, like a run, like a walk, and whatever cycle, I can bring it in here, and then I can add a new layer using this button. So if I have a character doing an idle, like this, let's say, and then I just want to grab the arm and lift it, I can just add an animation layer and then just grab the arm and lift it and export that as its own animation. And let me show you an example of that. Go to our timeline. So here's our main guy, right? He's hiding behind a tree, brandishing his weapon, and he turns and she lifts her arms, right? Okay, it's just an idle, and I made the arms move up, just like that. Ah! And here's our guy coming around the tree. So it was a sharp right turn if we look at his actual animation. So this is humanoid humanoid walk, sharp left, he turns. I attached the gun to his hand, and then I blended that into an idle where I raised his arms to hold up a gun. Pretty simple, pretty effective. Took just a few minutes to do. Again, I have to get this done in a week and a half. 3 minutes of video. That's pretty fast, including sound effects and VO. That's pretty fast. Okay, so now we have, you can see that they're basically animating. So let me show you what that looks like from inside the camera's perspective. Here we go. So you can see here are the shots. Oh, she kind of runs through the tree. It happens real fast, you won't notice it. And then he pulls out his gun, freeze. And then you can see where we cut to another shot because it's another camera. Let me go back a little bit. You can see here, right, yeah, so we have him, look, he hears something. We have her running along. He hides behind a tree, pulls out his gun. Here she comes, freeze. Just like that. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to do lighting, which I already did a bunch of lighting. And what's really nice about lighting is it can change from shot to shot very easily. And you do that by adding what's called an activation track. So this particular light here is only active during this window. So that's very helpful because when you're cutting between the front and the back, sometimes the lighting from the back doesn't look good in the front and vice versa. So you want to do the best job you can, and this really helps do that. You can see here, there's some spotlights that are only active on this particular shot because when we cut to the next shot, see how he's lit from behind and she's lit from the front? Now he needs to be lit at least somewhat from the side, otherwise he would just look like shadow. So using these activation tracks, you can turn all kinds of things, turn on and off all sorts of stuff. So what I did then after this is I exported this into Premiere because it's just going to be a video. We're not really going to do it in game. It just needs to look like it was done in game. So we exported a video, and then I laid down sound effects, then I laid down VO, and then I finally laid down music on top of it, and then we had our video. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you now, and you can let me know what you think. I hope you like it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Shoot! I thought you were one of them. One of those creatures from inside.
What are you doing out here?
I'm here looking for medical supplies. My little brother's very sick. I know they have them here. I can't seem to get down to the lower level without an access card.
I've got an access card, but I'm using it to shut down the AI.
Wait, you've got an access card? You've got to help me.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
How did you get an access card? Did you steal it?
You're not gonna talk the whole trip, are you?
I discovered this place a few months ago. There's lots of food and water in there. The only thing is that there's these creatures that seem like they're growing in the lab. You have to watch out for them. If they catch you, they'll kill you. Whoa! Shh, that's the main entrance right there. The creatures will be all around now. Just stay close to me. Ready? Let's go. Come on, come on. Be careful. Don't let them see you. Do you see anything?
Coast is clear.
All right, now is the time. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Well, since you know the way, ladies first.
Wow, so chivalrous. Stay here. I'll be right back.
We'll make it quick. My skin is crawling.
Who's helping who here? Okay, we got this. Now, what's that code again? 3, 6, 9. Oh, dang it.
Did you get this thing open yet?
What's wrong with you? We have to stop meeting like this.
I don't know what all the fuss was about. It was pretty easy to get in here.